Hey you guys, welcome back. Doing something a little bit different today. I'm not going to actually show my face in this video. I didn't feel like putting on any makeup. I got a family thing later, and I just didn't feel like being caked in makeup. So, I'm just going to be showing you from this angle my whole collection of Supershock shadows as it stands right now. Colourpop is having a sale on, I think it's Monday? Yeah, Cyber Monday. And they are doing a sale on all of their Supershock shadows. $2 for each Supershock shadow, which is a really nice deal. I think these are usually, what, $6 if I'm not mistaken? So $2 for a Supershock shadow is a really nice deal. So I figured uploading this today would be a nice little video to coincide with the sale. I have my Supershocks organized in this kind of slithering sea serpent shape, because the way that I keep them is kind of in like color order. You're going to notice, seeing all of these next to each other, that some of them are very similar. I have a very particular range of Supershock shadows, and even though some of them look pretty different in the actual pan, they end up looking much more similar on the eye and much more similar swatched as well. So you're going to see some redundancy. I'm definitely going to talk about that, but let's begin. I wanted to start with my most neutral shadows over on this side here. This one is from the Hocus Pocus collection, the second one that they came out with. This is called To Be Young and Beautiful Again. And I am going to be swatching all of these for you today, which is different from what I did in my palette collection video, because that was going to be way too many things to swatch. This, however, I feel like I can swatch each of these and give you a good look at them. So this is just like a nice neutral shade. Look at it in the pan. It's like a nice shimmery neutral. There's not really any shift or anything. It's pretty straightforward. So there's that. This next one here, it's actually pretty similar. It's called Ladybug. I remember I saw this one in Ulta, and I don't know, something kind of came over me and I was like, you know what, I don't have enough neutral Supershocks. I want to get some more neutral Supershocks. So this is what this one looks like. It's not super different from the Hocus Pocus one, but it is a bit more sheer. There's not as much of a base, and I think there's a little bit more of a peachy pink thing going on. Now this one here, this one I know is much more shimmery, and that's kind of why I got this one. I got this one on the same day that I got that last one when I was in the Ulta, and I was honestly very excited for this one. Wow, it feels so nice, because it is so shimmery and so intense. And look at that, it's a little more icy. It's very vibrant. But I will say, this one was a lot more kind of chunky on my lid. It kind of showed up more grainy, if you know what I'm talking about, where it kind of almost looked like I had crumbs on my eyes, like crumbs of shimmer. And I don't know, it didn't give me the vibe that I was looking for. You know, in the swatch, and even in the pan, it's got this beautiful pink to like icy silvery thing going on, but on my eye the base didn't really make much of an impression, because it is a pretty soft base, and I just had like these thick kind of like glitters on my eye. And honestly, I don't know if it was just a placebo, but I swear by the end of the day when I wore this one, my lids actually felt kind of irritated. So I don't know, I think that the chunks of shimmer in this one could have been a little more finely milled. Moving on to this one, this is a beautiful kind of almost peachy orange. What's the name of this one? This is Chirp. I was very excited for this one because I thought that it was so beautiful, and you know, looking at it online, it just looked really great. And honestly, I mean, it is beautiful. I mean, look at that. It's almost like corally, you know? It's pretty vibrant. It's not like my neutral shadows here where it's, you know, like a soft neutral. This is a very vibrant color. But for whatever reason, I don't know, I just have not used this one. I bought it kind of a while ago, and I swear I have never put it on my lids. I don't know why. I just never feel inspired to do so. This is another one from the Hocus Pocus collection. This is a vibrant, kind of orangey gold. It's called Dost Thou Comprehend, which is a line from the movie. Let's swatch this one. I mean, I think that's really, really beautiful. I like that one a lot. Wow. But again, I mean, I've worn this one for sure, but I don't really reach for it very often. It's, I don't know. It's just, I don't feel super tempted to wear shades like this. I think I wore it for like my Christmas, or not Christmas, New Year's Eve look that I did last year for Instagram. Let's do this next one here. This one has a lot more pink shift. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it definitely has a more pink shift to it. Very smooth, very, very nice. Throw that one down. Oh wow, that's beautiful. You see that? That one's actually more similar to that one than the gold is. Let me just put a little bit more on, make it just a little more opaque. Isn't that nice? This is another one where, I don't know, I fail to wrap my head around it a little bit, where it's like, I don't know what else to use it with. I mean, I could definitely use it on its own, but it's very unique. I like this one, but I don't really wear it as often as I should, right? This next one is for sure a pink. This one I actually really love in my inner corner whenever I do like a pink or even a red look. It's just a beautiful icy pink. I think it looks really good in the inner corner when you do that kind of a look. I like this one a lot. This one is from the Snitchery collection. I feel like this one seems like it might be similar to that one, but let's have a look. So it's called Plot Twist. Let's see how similar it actually is. Oh, okay. So it actually has a bit of a deeper base, and it's more metallic and less shimmery. Hopefully the way I'm moving my arm you can see that. Now I'm excited to see how that one looks next to this one, because now I'm starting to think maybe it looks more like this one. This one is called Plume. So let's have a look. Wow, this one's really creamy and nice. Oh wow. Oh wow, that's like an even deeper, creamy, rosy color. That one's really nice. Honestly, these three together, that would make a really nice look. Now that I'm looking at these, I almost feel like the base on this one is even deeper than this, or maybe it's just more purpley. I don't really know, but I don't know, very interesting. Now we're moving into the more vibrant reds. This one is called Heads Up. There's another red one that I want to get. Maybe I'll get it in the sale, that I think is a bit deeper and a little bit more cool toned. But this one was definitely on my wish list for a while. Look at that. Let's compare it to this. Oh yeah, that's red. That is very red. How do we feel about this spectrum here? Some cool options, right? I'm sure you're noticing a trend. There's like certain colors that I really like, and I buy them as Supershock shadows because this is my favorite formula from Colourpop in terms of their shimmer shadows. This one is Metamorphosis. It's from the Snitchery collection. And if I'm not mistaken, this one is more cool toned than the last one. Like, so let's swatch it. Oh yeah, that's definitely more cool toned. Wow, it's a little bit deeper. Really, really beautiful. in my opinion. These next three start to get very similar to each other. This one is, what's the name of it? Hot Totty. This is a very vibrant, intense pink. It's almost a red, like a cool toned red. But as you see, compared to the other reds, it is a little more pink. Beautiful though, right? Now this one is much more cool toned, almost, leaning purple. This one is called Slave to Pink. This was one that I had had on my wish list for a long time, but it had been sold out for quite a while. Finally got it. And I mean, I do love it. Look at it. It's got like a purple shift. Look at that. Gorgeous, right? I don't know if you can see the purple shift on camera, but I mean, it's beautiful. But I will say it's very similar to this one, which I had gotten already. This one is called You're My Sunshine, which is kind of funny because it doesn't really make me think of sunshine. But let's swatch them next to each other. Ooh, a little chunky. Okay, so this one has a more purpley base, but I mean, these are very similar. And when I put them on my eye, they look almost exactly the same. That's something that I've noticed it's good to look out for, because a lot of Supershock shadows from Colourpop actually end up looking much more similar in person than they do online. But I mean, this is what we've got so far, right? A nice spectrum of really beautiful tones. Now we're moving into the more overtly purple. This is another one from the Hocus Pocus collection. It's called Forever Bewitching. This is much more cool toned than those other pinky purples. Nice, right? I'm like struggling to get the angle for the camera. So I just want to show you, this is what we've got going on with this arm so far. Try to keep it in frame as I move it. But these are the colors that I have so far. I'm going to start swatching on my other arm. Hopefully I won't mess up any of these swatches, but I just want to compare in the pan. This next one, this is called Pug Life. So let's see how different it looks in the swatch. It seems like the base is a little more sheer. Let me take a little bit more, see if I build it up. How does that look? Yeah, that built it up nicely. Looks like this one is lighter though. Moving on now to Ripple. This is a really, really beautiful one. I saw this one on the website and I got really excited. I thought it was so gorgeous. Wow. Do you see that? Look how beautiful that is. Oh, how could you not love that? So nice. This next one is another pretty similar one. This one is Rose Garden. This one's a little bit lighter though, a little bit more soft and ethereal. I really like this one in the inner corner. And it, oh, you know what? It's actually quite a bit more blue when you swatch it. It's softer and more blue. Add a little bit more on. Make it a little more opaque for you. This next one is another really beautiful, soft, light blue. This one is called Dream Much. I'm trying to not cross-contaminate, so I'm trying to really get my finger clean. Wow, this is so buttery. It literally feels like I'm rubbing butter on my finger. Let's see how this one looks. Yeah, so this one's quite a bit lighter. This would also make such a beautiful inner corner shade. I really like that. I think that's so beautiful. Starting to get a bit deeper now. This is one of the ones from the Snitchery Collab. This is called Main Character Energy, and it's quite beautiful. Looks like it's going to be a little deeper than those ones though, right? At this point, I'm just completely covered in glitter. This one is so buttery as well. Wow, that's beautiful. It actually kind of looks more similar to, what's the name of this one? Rose Garden. It looks more similar to Rose Garden, but still really beautiful. Are they different enough? I don't know. That's kind of for you to decide. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty sure this one is my absolute favorite Supershock shadow in my collection, and it's kind of a bummer because it was a limited edition exclusive to their mystery box that they came out with last year for Black Friday, and yeah, you can't get it anymore, and when I use mine up, I can't get it either. And also, I wonder what the other two mystery items were in those mystery boxes, because there were two other possible mystery Supershock shadows that you could get. Wow, this is so buttery too. Oh my gosh. And I never saw anybody else open those products. Okay, so see, this one has more of a reddish purpley base, honestly. Maybe it would have been better somewhere over there, but it has the most beautiful blue shimmer. And on my lids, I really can just throw this on all by itself and go. Like, this is one of my absolute favorite shadows that I own, and I think it's so freaking beautiful. But yeah, that one was a mystery exclusive to the mystery box, so I don't know. I don't know what the deal is with that. I kind of wish that they would release it as a permanent part of the line. This next one, though, is kind of similar. It's called Bay. You might be familiar with this one. It's kind of one of their more popular kind of OG ones. This one, however, is much darker. So this one has a much deeper purple kind of a base. Much darker than Frou Frou. Oh, did I say the name of... So the one that I was raving about, it's called Frou Frou. Again, not that that matters because you can't get it. I just don't remember if I said the name. So yeah, this is beautiful. I love this. Bay definitely stains though, you can see. A lot of these deeper shadows definitely stain. This one is another one from the Snitchery collection. It's a deep blue with a kind of purple reflect. It's called Lucid Dream. Let's give this one a try. Yep, this one feels really nice. Wow, look at that. Wow, it's like a blue to purple shift. I don't know if that's showing up on camera, but let's swatch it. Wow, honestly, is that a black base? I thought it was a deep blue, but it might even just be a black base. That's really deep. Wow. Look at all these cool toned shades. Really nice. That's another one that's kind of hard to get off the fingers. Or, you know, the lids. Let's do this one next. This one I love. It's a really beautiful deep blue. It's called Coconut. I don't know why it's called Coconut, because coconuts are not deep blue, but yeah, that's what it's called. Wow. Look at that. Isn't that stunning? I think that's so gorgeous. Really beautiful. We're definitely past the point where things really look similar. I mean, you know, some of these obviously look pretty similar, but down here it starts to really get different. This is another one from the same collection actually as Coconut. It's from like the High Tide collection. This one is called Sure Thing. Let's swatch it. I like this one a lot too. This beautiful like sea green situation. This is actually the only green Super Shock that I have, and it's it's like almost blue. Let me get a little more. Maybe I should get some greens in the sale tomorrow. We'll see. Isn't that beautiful? These next two are very grayscale. I mean, this one is definitely very gray. This one is called Deck. Interesting. Yeah, this one's called Deck. But yeah, let's swatch it. I really like this one. I got this one on the same day that I got the other neutral ones. I think I did. Actually, you know what? No, I didn't. I got this one on a different day. The next one that I'm going to show you is the other one that I got on the day that I bought those neutrals. But yeah, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I love this. It's so gorgeous. It's like the most sparkly, beautiful, deep gray. And then last but certainly not least, a shade that is quickly becoming one of my favorite inner corner shades from my collection of Super Shocks. This one is called Tassel. Look how stained my fingers are from these deep shades. I'll use this finger to swatch this one. I really, really like this shadow. It's like this beautiful, beautiful white. Not showing up so much. Let me get a little more on my finger. I've noticed with really creamy whites like this, sometimes you really have to like dig in for it to really show up, but yeah, hopefully that's showing up on camera. I can't really tell from this angle, but it's a beautiful, beautiful shade. Here's this arm all done up. Here's both, as best as I can get them in the camera. Let's have a look at them without the ring light on. Hopefully that's doing something. And that is it, you guys. I really hope that you enjoyed. I hope that this was helpful. I hope that you kind of understand that it's always best to, you know, really think about what you want to buy when you're buying Super Shocks, because some of them are pretty similar and some of them look quite similar on the eye. Even some of the ones that I have swatched here, you know, they don't look terribly similar, but then on the eye they look a lot more similar. So just be aware of that. But yeah, if you want to take advantage of the sale, it's $2 for each Super Shock shadow. I'm assuming that that's also going to include collabs, because collabs are usually a little bit more expensive. But yeah, happy shopping, I guess. If you do miss the sale, they're still having like their Cyber Monday sale, so everything's gonna be 30% off. And then if you're watching this in the distant future and all of the sales are super over, hopefully you at least enjoyed watching me talk about these beautiful shadows. I will be seeing you in the next one. Have a great day. Bye.